and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the second live session by Drink Positive. I'm Khushi, and today I would like to introduce two very important and special guests, Anshi and her mother, Shilpa. And today we'll be
Hello.
talking about a subject which many of you wanted us to talk about, which is parenting and growing up dairy free in India. But before we get started, let me take a couple of seconds to tell you a little bit more about Drink Positive. Drink Positive is a pan India campaign conceived by the environmental organization Jeev Bhavna. Our aim is to inform you, the Indian public, about the multiple benefits of choosing plant based milks and non dairy products over dairy, be it for animal welfare, personal health, environmental reasons, climate change, farmers, etc. And ever since our launch, we have published more than a dozen videos on our YouTube channel. And that's how Anshi and I met too, because we together created some child friendly recipes for all of you. And today we are going to talk about those as well as a little bit more about parenting and growing up dairy free in India. So say hi to your guests, Anshi and Shilpa. And Anshi and Shilpa, I would like you to introduce yourself. Anshi, perhaps you could go first.
Okay. My name is Aanshi Jain and I'm 10 years old. My talent is doing gymnastics and ballet and a little bit of painting.
Wow. And which standard are you in, Anshi?
I'm in 6th.
Okay, great. Amazing.
I study in the school DPS.
Okay, great. And you live in Pune, right? Shilpa, you can go ahead now.
Hi everyone. Hi Khushi. First of
Hi.
all, thank you for having us. And so I am engineer and masters in communication by profession,
Mm-hmm.
and sorry, masters in computer application by profession. And I am a medical yoga therapist also,
Ooh.
and I'm a vegan entrepreneur. 2 years back, we started our home baking business.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Vegan Cravings, and it's in Pune. So, in between that, I am a mother of three, a 10-year-old daughter, and a teenage son, and also my dog. And yeah, and we all are vegan, including my dog.
Wow.
So
Amazing.
yeah, so yeah, that's about me.
That's amazing. And if anyone who's here amongst the audience and you live in Pune, make sure that you taste the desserts by Shilpa. She's amazing. And also
Thanks.
try the recipes that Anshi and I have created for you guys. You'll find them on our YouTube channel. So you can check them out there.
Oh, those are
Okay.
amazing. Yeah, those are amazing.
Perfect. Now let us begin with the question answer round. So I would like the audience. I'll just share the format of the session with the audience. So I have some questions prepared for Anshi and Shilpa. But if you have your questions, then you can put them in the YouTube comment section or in the IG live session, and I'll make sure to address all your questions and comments towards the end of this session. Okay. So now, Shilpa and Anshi, are you ready to answer the questions that I have for you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, Anshi, I'll begin with you. I already know a little bit about you, but could you please share with the audience why you decided to give up on dairy? Or stop, why did you stop consuming dairy?
Okay, so my mom showed a video in which how animals are treated in the slaughterhouse, and I I thought that it's very bad treating all of these animals. So then we decided to search up a little bit more. So and then we finally came up on like this vegan. So we turned vegan.
The cow, you see that video. The cow
Great.
comes video.
Yeah, and she also showed me this video in which a calf is taken by the mother in a truck.
Oh, So that inspired you to stop consuming dairy.
Yes.
Okay.
So almost in a year, all of our kind of like all of our dairy products like went out of the
Hmm.
house.
That's amazing. And Shilpa, what about you? How did you stop consuming dairy? And okay, first answer this question, then I'll ask you a follow-up question.
Okay. So I think it was 2016 December. We were in
Mm-hmm.
Kochi, and
Mm-hmm.
there I think there is a ritual that they have elephants for entertainment, especially for temples. So just outside our house, we saw elephant
Mm-hmm.
tied in a
Chain.
garden, but tied by a chain in a garden, and he was tied so tightly past for 2 days. He was tied and he was bleeding. It was bleeding. I don't know. It was bleeding, and we were like completely shocked that how an elephant can bear
Yeah.
all that, standing
Right.
continuously for two days,
Hmm.
2 nights in a row. And so I just went through some couple of phone numbers. I was trying to search if I can rescue this animal,
Hmm.
and and in the process I found out that not just elephant, there are
Hmm.
almost every animal is treated very badly. And eventually I came across dairy. And being a vegetarian, I always used to think that we are okay with, we are not being
Hmm.
cruel to the dairy animals, the cows, they give milk. And when I went across those few articles on Google and
Hmm.
few videos on YouTube, dairy is scary. So
Yeah.
I was shocked to know that I was living in a bubble. I was living in a myth
Hmm.
that being a vegetarian is not enough.
Right.
And that was when I decided that come New Year, January 2017, and I am
Hmm.
going to quit all the animal products, including dairy. And I discussed it with Anshi and my son also.
Mm-hmm.
That this is what is happening in
Hmm.
animal industry. So not just dairy, not just the milk. We are all fond of milk, ghee, especially being a Marwadi and a
And
Jain,
cheese.
and cheese. They
Everything.
used to love those cheese slices
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
cheese cubes. And
Yeah.
I used to give them every day cheese slices. I was like, oh, this is very healthy. I used to give them every
Hmm.
day. I was shocked to know that
Hmm.
it comes from such a cruel dairy industry. So we discussed this, and of course they agreed because they were watching the elephant uh,
Hmm.
in such a bad state. So
Right.
that was it. That was it. Then we started our
Amazing.
transitioning.
I've seen a lot of mothers making the connection when they get to know about the dairy industry, because I think it's because of the motherhood, that
Mm,
the process that they have been through personally, the women who have been through this personally, because uh,
absolutely.
we have this notion that cows give milk all the time, and
Mm,
but it's not the case. They give milk only after they give birth, like women do. So
right.
they get pregnant, they give birth to a child, and then they start lactating and giving milk. And this is something that I have seen in many women when they get to know about this process, that they give milk only after birth, and then their baby's milk is stolen and taken by the dairy industry. That's when they make the connection, and that inspires them to give up on dairy, because they can relate to it as a mother. So I've seen that in
Absolutely.
so many women, and I hope that through this platform people get to know that it's through this process that milk is made. The cows don't
Yes.
give milk all the time.
No, actually,
And
that is what we are taught in textbooks. Cows give milk,
give milk. Yeah.
sheep give wool. Like,
Yeah.
but actually, it is not given. If you aware
Exactly.
yourself, it is actually taken without
Absolutely.
consent. Without consent,
Exactly.
it's taken.
And I'm so glad that you discussed it with your children instead of just telling them or like giving them an order that you're not going to have dairy products anymore.
Yes,
uh, you discovered it yourself and then you discussed it with your children. Can you
yes.
talk a little bit more about that, as in why you let them decide for themselves uh,
Right.
And why
Uh,
did you tell them to decide for themselves to whether or not they want to be a part of this or not?
right. So my son was, I think, at Anshi's age, yeah, fourth standard, right? He was, yeah. So my son was 9 years at that
Okay.
time, and Anshi was, I think, 3 years.
Oh,
Uh,
very small.
very small. She was very young. But
Hmm.
of course, we used to see and discuss. Kids are not, if you they see and learn.
Hmm.
So I think I was very clear with them. We used to talk for about everything, and that
Amazing.
elephant. They saw that elephant. We all saw that elephant
Hmm.
bleeding, chained and bleeding. So more than me, the kids were moved,
Hmm.
and more than that, my kids are hardcore dog lover, street dog lover.
Wow.
Especially they can sit, they sit on the streets with the pups and the street animals. So I think in these few years I felt that kids are very, very kind. They are very
Hmm.
gentle and
Compassionate. Yeah.
compassionate. It's more than us. It's they don't fear actually the animals.
Hmm.
If you see a toddler, and if you see an insect or something, the toddler will run after that insect or that animal. So
Hmm.
that fear of animals or anything, it's we are putting in them. So
Right.
yeah, so for us, as a parent, we were very clear that we will let them discover a few things. So that is how we had that thing in mind. Ki let them think, let them see, let them discover.
Hmm.
And they
Hmm.
they did discuss with us that, Mama, this is not right. Have you done something about that elephant? Have you given them
Hmm.
give? So I was calling everyone. I was calling PETA because they were after me. Mama, please do something about the elephant. And that is when I thought, they should know about the other animals, especially dairy, because
Hmm.
we used to consume a lot of ghee, cheese, milk. So they should know that that
That's
where this is
amazing.
coming from.
That's amazing. I
I
have
think
a follow. Yes, Anshi?
She wants to add
I
something
think one day we also fed it some bananas, right?
to the elephant.
Uh,
Yeah, yes, we fed some bananas to the elephant. You remember?
Amazing. And it's so great when you said that you wanted your children to discover what goes behind these industries, because I see there are a lot of people who just don't want to see. They just want those dairy products and they
Yeah.
want to turn a blind eye. They don't want to see what
Protecting the
happens.
children, yeah,
Yeah.
many want. So I did not show Anshi and Arhan those. Honestly, there are some very scary videos that you will be shocked to know, but I did not show them very scary videos. So, like
Hmm.
Anshi, remember the calf was taken away from the mother. So we saw very, simple videos where they simply understood. So parents
Okay.
try to protect their kids
Hmm.
from such videos. नहीं नहीं दिखाना, अरे हमें अच्छा
Hmm.
नहीं दिख रहा तो बच्चों को कैसा दिखेगा? But eventually, uh, one, it comes down to we as a parent, we try to do what's right for the child. We
Right.
always try to do what is right for the child, right food, right
Hmm.
manners, right behavior, right clothing, right company. So
Yes.
I think what we are doing to the animals, taking from them, it's not
Hmm.
right.
Correct.
It's not right.
Absolutely. Amazing. This is amazing. So, did you receive any pushback for that? Because two things. One is that, we have heard and we have grown up hearing that dairy is good for us, that it is healthy. And especially things like ghee or curd or paneer or milk, all these are considered really, really healthy. So, I'm sure that you must have heard, not just for yourself but for especially for your kids, when you say that even your kids are dairy free, then they might be like, why is it that way? Isn't it healthy for them? So what was the reaction of your peers? How did they react to this news? And I mean, I just would want to know what it was like for you.
Yes. So my closest of family, they were not against it, but
Mm-hmm.
they were concerned that make sure. you and kids get proper nutrition.
Yeah.
So my closest of family was concerned with that.
Hmm.
Few of my relatives, they were like, "Oh, you don't give them milk? Oh, you because being a vegetarian, so non-veg was anyways off the table in my family and relatives. But
Yes. Yes.
yeah, but for other things, they were like, oh, you will not give them milk. How will they get calcium? Oh, you are not
Hmm.
going to give them ghee also because ghee though is very necessary. I don't
Yeah.
know in all the Indian families, ghee is very much important. I would not lie.
Absolutely.
I used to love ghee on my rotis
Same.
Nice.
and rice.
Hmm.
So most of my relatives with this,
Hmm.
there were few of my relatives who had cow in their house.
Hmm.
Uh, so they used to, argue with me that we have a cow, we keep the cow nicely. And when I used to debate that, where did you get the cow from?
Hmm.
How about her family? How about
Hmm.
her cow? And
Hmm.
then there is this, there is this ritual also of go dan. It's called कि you जहाँ पे आप
Donate
you
cows.
donate cows.
Hmm.
It's called it's a sign of prosperity. So donating cow is also like where are you getting the cows from?
Hmm.
So such kind of debates I've had with my relatives, and they
Hmm.
have judged me. They still judge me. Some of my relatives still judge me, but now over the years, it's been 7 years. They see that we are healthy and
Already.
alive
Amazing. And
and
I think,
happy.
yeah, exactly. So, I would want you to bust this myth that a dairy is healthy and that we can also live a healthy life without consuming dairy products, just on plant based food. So, since you both are plant based since more than 7 years now,
Yes.
how do you make sure that your kids, especially, get enough protein and calcium?
All right. Yeah. So
Because
this
those are the
ask.
yeah, those are the
Oh
two
yeah.
main nutrients that we think dairy will provide us. The others are, I mean, still there, but protein and calcium are the two main ingredients which are most
Yes. Yes.
often talked about when it
Yes. And
comes to
asked.
milk and milk
What
products.
about protein?
Exactly. Exactly, so I would want you to focus on these two
Yeah.
especially.
So, of course, when I started, that time there was not much. I did not have a community, also, to be very honest.
Hmm.
Especially, I find Pune is, and now veganism is growing. So, so it was more of a discovery for me initially, transitioning and discovery. So, actually, there are a lot of things in Indian food also that
Hmm.
my kids are very fond of. Like for example, for protein, we have tofu almost every day. We had tofu parathas this morning. So we have stayed in Delhi for 10 years. So now we are
Oh.
like parathas is like our morning breakfast,
Hmm.
but not always, not every day. But yeah, so tofu is a very good source of
Yeah,
protein.
and good
Most of the
calcium.
lentils are, yes, and calcium. Most of the lentils are
Hmm.
good. Then I think we have soy milk.
Hmm.
Then so usually this I have made a chart, and I have of all the nutrients I have made a chart so that
Okay,
they get all the nutrients
that's
of
amazing.
every family. Like protein may we have tofu, we have lentils, lot of
Hmm.
things, including fruits also. Fruits
Hmm.
also, I did not know that guava also has protein. So most of the fruits have protein and
Hmm.
calcium. So we make sure that we are having a lot of fruits, lot of vegetables. There are so many vegetables that we did not even knew as a vegetarian existed. So yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, we have a lot of. Other than that, yes, we have different kind of plant-based milk also.
Hmm.
We love coconut milk, oat milk. Your oat milk recipe, the drink positive oat milk recipe, it's amazing. The chocolate. So we have oat milk. Not very often, but we have
Hmm.
almond milk. We have soy milk. So
Coconut milk.
I said coconut
Coconut
milk.
milk, yeah.
So
And soy
we
milk,
make,
I think, is the closest in terms of nutrition to dairy
yes,
milk because it has a lot
yes,
of protein and calcium
yes,
both, and
yes.
tofu as well.
Yes, and it's not so I make soy milk at home, but in general also soy milk is not very costly. I make so many
Yes.
things out of soy milk. What all does Mama
Hmm.
make soy milk with?
Butter,
Huh, butter. Yes, butter. Yes, we make
Oh,
butter and
wow.
sweet dishes.
cakes,
Kheer,
cupcakes.
kheers. We make so many kheer and custards. We
And
make
she's so lucky.
yeah. It's
Amazing.
we both have sweet tooth, so I think yeah. So
Amazing. Amazing. Your profession suits you.
yeah, it's because of them actually. It's more because of them. We were craving for lots of cakes and sweet dishes.
Hmm.
Kids do actually, mainly kids do, of course. So
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
That's amazing. So you both are proof that one can be healthy, even on a dairy-free diet, especially kids as well.
yes, absolutely.
That's great.
Since now in the beginning, Anshi told that she is a gymnast, she's a
Hmm.
ballerina. She also does yoga. She's
Wow.
very athletic.
She's a
She
superwoman. She's a strong girl.
she is always on her toes. Actually, many of those who know Anshi, they all know that she cannot just sit idle. She loves to do.
Absolutely. I can say that too.
She recently learned skating by herself, so she's
Wow.
all the time skating or cycling,
And she has so
skipping,
much energy.
yoga.
The on the day of our shoot, the day when we were shooting all our recipes, it was a
Oh
long
yes,
day. It was a long day, but she was so energetic the entire time. It was so fun.
yes, yes. Actually, and by the end of the day, also at home, also she was like, "Mama, can I go out and play now?" I'm like, are you
Wow.
still in that mood? It was late night, and she wanted to go out and play.
That's amazing. So,
So,
if anyone you have not watched our videos together, please do watch. I think these
oh,
are really easy recipes for kids and they are great. And Anshi is very cute and she'll teach you well.
and I highly recommend cheesy dip. You want to say something about cheesy dip? It is amazing. It is like mayonnaise
Hmm.
and
But healthier. A
Yeah.
much healthier version of mayonnaise.
yes, yes, yes.
So we had sent the videos of our this
Cheesy dip, drink
cheesy
positive.
dip.
Hmm.
Most of them recommended cheesy dip
Yeah, they wanted
Ooh,
to
wow.
try cheesy dip,
because I think it's like the main thing.
but cheesy dip is very amazing. I mean, we have it with Doritos, uh,
Hmm.
and they are so fond of it. They feel it like it's like mayonnaise. So they have it with.
Yeah.
My son is crazy for it. He will have it with any kind of chips, or I usually then I cut cucumber and all. They'll have it with that.
Hmm.
I put it in pasta also. They want
Wow.
that flavor of cheesy dip and what
That's
else?
amazing.
Rajma?
Even chocolate milkshake, I think. I know that
Yeah,
Anshi is a
chocolate
fan of
milkshake.
our chocolate milkshake recipe.
We haven't tried pina colada yet because we
Hmm.
just like to eat the pineapple as it is. By the time we cut it and we finish it. But she loves chocolate milkshake. She wants the same recipe almost
Hmm.
every day.
But she put something.
I do a fidgeting. I add some dates paste in that.
Yeah, to make it a little bit more healthier, Anshi. It's for you. It's for your health.
When I one day I didn't know that she put dates, so I almost reached the last and I could feel the date paste.
But then I told her, you eat dates, otherwise you eat dates separately. Then she was like, no, it's
Huh.
okay, put it in oatmeal. Because
But
otherwise,
yeah,
yeah, so in our
yes.
daily regime, she eats a lot of dry fruits. So there
Hmm.
goes your protein and calcium,
One
So
day,
even omega.
basically, we need to have a lot of fruits, vegetables, lentils,
Yes.
pulses. What else? Nuts, seeds, etc. And
I
we
say
can
have
get all the
I say
protein.
have every plant and every vegetable that is edible. I have told
Great.
them, and they also agree that
Hmm.
have whatever it's served to you, which is plant based, And
Amazing. And it's all not just healthy for you, but also so tasty. I mean,
yes,
and you can see such delicious and tasty recipes that we can make using plants. From the Drink Positive YouTube channel, we have a lot of recipes which are already put up. And for those who think that consuming dairy is healthy, we have a separate YouTube playlist, which with Dr. Rupa Shaha, and she's a medical professional, and she has debunked a lot of myths regarding dairy, how why it is not healthy, and what are the health impacts that it can cause. So if you don't know what if the audience, if you don't know what are the impacts of dairy and why is it exactly unhealthy, then please do watch that playlist. And if you want to shift to plant-based foods, then check out our recipe videos. We have a lot of amazing recipes.
yeah.
Now, my next question would be addressed to both. Maybe Anshi also can answer. Uh, how was the transition like for you? Because Anshi was really small. I know you were just 3 years old when you transitioned to this lifestyle. But do you remember anything? How it was like to consume dairy products and then slowly shift to plant-based alternatives? How was it for you?
Uh, I was
Very young, na,
yeah.
when you were in Kochi. But
Yeah,
you remember.
I didn't care. I was just like, okay, it's okay.
that's
So
amazing. I wish everyone had this attitude. I don't care. I mean, I'll just shift to
I
better
just want
alternatives. That's
food.
so cool.
I just want food.
Amazing.
no, but I think we did make effort, to transition
Hmm.
gradually. For
Yeah.
me, it was just overnight.
Okay.
Honestly, for me, it was overnight. I
Mm-hmm.
I remember having that ghee ka dabba. That was the last dairy food we had, and I
Mm-hmm.
remember having that ghee ka dabba, and I gave it to someone because, of course, I did not wanted to throw food,
Hmm.
so-called animal food. Sorry, but I gave it away. So for me, it was right away.
Overnight.
For
Okay.
kids, it was, yeah. For kids, it was, we were transitioning into it. So
Yes.
I wanted to discover, like, okay, since they are fond of milk, so what do we do? Then we
Hmm.
switched to soy
Hmm.
milk, and so that's how. But still, we still discover. We just read the labels, and we feel that, if this is not, and they are used to it now, and she
Right.
very well knows.
Whenever I go to DMart with Mama, I always see some sweet things and I just read and I'm like, oh no, it has milk solids. Oh no, this thing has milk powder.
Yeah, I mean, why? You know, few things don't even need milk solid and milk, na?
Exactly. Especially things like chips. There are so many chips which have milk solids in it.
Yeah. I think because I think it's addictive. I
Yeah,
don't know it
it is addictive. It
because
has
I think,
casein. It has
yeah,
casein with which then goes into your body and makes it into caseinomorphins, which activates
okay,
the same area of your brain when you consume drugs, but at a very very mild stage,
mild,
not at
okay.
such a high stage. But that's how it is addictive. Once you start consuming it, it becomes very addictive.
And then you want to eat more.
More and more of it. That's why they put things like milk solids and chips and other products which don't really require milk solids, because they want it to be addictive. They want people to buy it again and again.
Yeah,
Also,
okay.
one day we used to eat aloo bhujia the whole time, but then when I just wanted, I was one day bored, so I was a little hungry too, so I just put some aloo bhujia, and then I thought like I would read the ingredients, and then I just saw that there was milk solids, and
Really?
I'm like, oh my god, and then I told Bhaiya, and he's like, Mama, don't tell Mama.
We'll find an alternative. Don't worry. I mean,
Yeah, and there are a lot of alternatives for aloo bhujia and other things as well. And this usually happens. We might not expect milk solids to be there in some products, and we consume it unintentionally without knowing that it had milk solids. And then we get to know later that it had, and then we have to, find an alternative for that. It
yeah.
usually happens with vegans, so it's okay.
Sometimes Bhaiya always keeps secrets.
Okay, we will talk about that later. We are discussing
Okay.
as not bhaiya.
Okay, Anshi, how is it for you when you go out with your friends or with other family members who still consume dairy products? Is it difficult for you, or how is it in general for you when you go out with people or hang out with people or play with people who still consume dairy products?
I I actually order what I can eat, like with something uh, uh, like for example like pav bhaji. So there's like butter, but then uh, at home we make it with oil. So
Hmm.
there also we ask them to make it with oil, but not butter. So
Hmm.
one day they put butter. We forgot to tell them that not to put butter, and then
But we told them again that, you
no, no,
know,
no. Then what I did, I scooped a big part of that butter and put it
Hmm.
into bowl. And then I didn't eat that part because I know there's still a little bit of butter oil in it.
Yes. Amazing. And how is it when you interact with friends with who still consume dairy products? Is it difficult for you when you go out with them?
Yeah. Thus, in my mom just gives me some cupcakes, so there's no problem. Or if she
Hmm.
forgets to give cupcakes, I just avoid the cake and have the main food.
Okay.
Because actually, also, I hate cake with icing.
she likes
Okay.
muffins. Yeah, she likes
Okay.
muffins.
Tea
And
cakes and
yeah, so I
okay.
give her, sometimes I give her in the tiffin,
Hmm.
the healthier ones, with, mainly with jaggery or dates. Yeah, so she takes in the tiffin.
Okay, so this crazy thing happened in school. Mama gave me some waffle in the school, and one of my friend is like my best friend, and
Mm-hmm.
I asked her to try it, and she like, oh my gosh, give me some more. The next day she asked me, do you have some waffles? And I was like, yes, but those are not with chocolate syrup. And she like, okay, fine.
Wow, your mother is a magician. She can cook so well and she makes the best desserts.
Thank you.
And it's amazing that you still, I mean, I think we might think that you're too small to understand this, but it's so good to see you, Anshi, that you stand by what you believe in, even when you go out with people who don't share the same values as you do. So not everyone uh, has stopped consuming dairy. They still consume dairy products, and you don't want to consume it. You don't want to cause any harm to those cows. And it's great that you stand by it, that you still follow that even when you go out with people who don't. So that's really, really appreciable. It's amazing. It's so great to see you do that at such a small age, honestly, because we might see that, many older adults might, be able to understand this, what is going on in the dairy industry, and, why they should not be doing this. But to understand it at such a young age and still stand by your beliefs and morals, it's amazing. It's commendable.
Also, in then, uh, so where do we go for that? Upside ice cream, close to the upside ice cream.
It's ice cream only. Yeah.
No,
For
close the restaurant close to upside ice cream. Okay, forget it. Okay, so once I think we went to Red Chili's, this restaurant,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Mm-hmm.
after this whole main food, we went to have some ice cream, and then I got so tempted by the chocolate ice cream, but I remember not to have it because I don't want
You're
cow.
amazing, Anshi. You're amazing.
I just stick to this very bonanza strawberry flavor. That's it.
You're amazing.
Or
It's
I
so
just
good that.
order normal waffle.
Hmm. Amazing. That's really, really nice of you, Anshi. And do you ever speak to your friends about this? Or you speak about it only when they ask? Or do they even ask about this? Why don't you consume dairy?
Okay,
Do you
so
have conversations around this topic with them?
yes. This I go to tuitions in this and then like my this a girl asked me in my
Class.
yeah, in my class she asked me that do you drink milk? I'm like no. She like oh my god. I'm like I told her that I just drink the milk dairy coconut milk and all of it was soy milks and all.
Hmm.
And
Plant-based
then
milks.
sometimes I just think that what is the need to be so surprised when I don't drink milk?
I
And
know.
they also ask me like, do you have butter or ghee? So I just say
Hmm.
that I order them vegan, but
Hmm.
or I make it at home.
Hmm.
Like one day she ordered a ghee, and then the whole day I was eating the ghee with everything, with rice, with paratha, with everything.
Vegan ghee. Yeah.
And butter,
Oh,
we ordered white cup this butter,
Hmm.
oh, it's
and
amazing.
it's almost like the dairy butter, but not dairy butter.
Yes, exactly. Which also shows that, you have vegan alternatives or plant-based alternatives for everything. Everything,
Everything.
absolutely everything.
You can
Be it
convert all the
cheese, butter.
you
Yes,
can also convert all the this dairy into vegan version.
exactly,
And
exactly. We
and
can
make much more also, and still make so many other dishes also.
absolutely, absolutely. There are alternatives available in the market for, milk, cheese, butter, ghee, curd, everything. But we can also make it at home. So
Yes.
it's amazing. It's amazing to see, the culinary innovation as well when it comes to plant-based alternatives. And it's amazing that we can have everything that we like, but in a cruelty-free version. So it's amazing.
I mean, turning vegan has made me. I mean, has made me a chef and a baker. So yeah,
Exactly,
anyone can
exactly.
anyone can do
This
that.
is like a
That
this is like a part of my dream of being a vegan activist.
Aw.
So actually, we go to classes, and my mom gave me a suggestion that you can bring some chalks and like all the chalks, so that we sometimes write it on the walls and everywhere. So
What do you write?
go vegan.
Absolutely. It's called chalktivism, where people write messages with chalks on public places, especially to make people aware about this. So it's a
Whenever
form of
I pass
activism.
by that road, I always see that. But then, because of the rain, it got destroyed.
Oh, you can make it again, though.
Yeah, do it again.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. It's so great that we can have everything that we like in a cruelty free version and that you're having it at such a young age. So that's amazing. So let's talk more about your favorite dishes. Can you share what are your favorite dishes when it comes to plant-based versions? And do you cook as well?
Yes, I whenever I'm bored, I always go to the kitchen and do whatever I want. I sometimes I just create something like banana with chocolate,
She doesn't like banana, so she pours chocolate ganache over it. And what else?
and one day I okay, so my mom's best friend came to her house on her birthday. So I decided I'll just do
Surprise.
something. So I went to the kitchen. I took a, glass plate, and uh, I took two chocolates that we just made in the morning with hazelnut, and that I just did the took the chocolate and the cutlery, and I just decorated
Kaju
it.
katli.
Yeah, and I gave it, and then they said that her best friend said that she is doesn't eat sugar, so she just took a piece, and then and then I took it to the kitchen and I ate it all.
Oh, you did that? Okay.
Okay, only with the chocolate.
She really has a sweet tooth. Amazing. What are your favorite savory dishes, Anshi? Apart from sweet things, anything which is savory that you
Not
like,
sweet. No.
Okay,
not
so
sweet.
that most of all are sweets. So as I mentioned, pav bhaji and
Hmm.
dal chawal.
We make appe also in the morning, which you call
Ha,
cutlet.
yeah, cutlet. And
Cutlet.
sometimes my friend likes cutlets too. Every day, she like asks me every day.
Those are appe, by the
Yeah.
way.
And on my birthday, I got two things, muffins and chocolate, sorry, waffle. She like give me some more, and I
You're back to sweet. Waffle, you're back to sweet.
okay. I told you there are many sweets.
Hmm.
I think you
Um,
like pasta also, no? I remember you
Yes.
mentioning it to me once.
pasta,
Anything
spaghetti.
with cheese, I think you like.
So so this day that I had my maths exam and I couldn't solve a sum, so that okay. Then I got annoyed because I couldn't solve it. But then after some time, I was like, oh yes, spaghetti. I just closed the laptop and I was eating the spaghetti. I ate it two times, two bowls.
So you were in good mood.
And then
Amazing.
no more maths lab. And I'm done.
Okay.
Great. Amazing. So now my questions are over, but we have one question from the audience. Shilpa, you can answer that, and I might add on to it later on. So the question is, can you give us some insights about store-bought plant-based milk? They have a
Hmm.
lot of preservatives. Is it okay to use them?
Okay. For example, soy milk. We started with soy milk, and there are a lot of soy milk that is available in the market, and most of them are fortified with nutrients, especially B12 also. Uh, Most of the not just soy milk, but most of other plant-based milk like oat milk and almond milk. These are available very easily in the
Coconut?
stores now. Coconut milk, no, it is not. It is available. Coconut milk is available, but if you talk about nutrition, also they are fortified. So maybe not on a regular basis, but you can have it. I think once a while you can have it.
Yeah.
And most of the milk, like there are few videos in Drink Positive, can be easily made at home. I
Hmm.
milk coconut milk and soy
Butter,
milk at home. Milk.
butter.
So yeah, so I think there's not a problem in getting those store bought milk. Yes, if
Exactly.
you can avoid preservatives and if you can make it home,
Hmm.
it's they are very easy to make.
Right. I think I would like to add on to your answer as well, because a lot of people say a lot of things about plant based milks. And there are two things that often come up. One is that plant based milks use fat, which usually comes from oil, to emulsify the milk. And then, second is preservatives.
Hmm,
Now, preservatives obviously are added to preserve it for a long time, so we
absolutely.
can't really avoid that. But preservatives are there in almost everything that we eat, everything that we buy from the market. So it's not
Absolutely.
just plant-based milk that
Yes.
have preservatives, right? So if you're consuming other things which have preservatives, you don't have to worry about plant-based milks, especially. Secondly, about the oil which are used in plant-based milks to emulsify it and to give it a thick consistency or a creamy texture. It's because it's needed. There is no fat, otherwise there is no other
Hmm.
fat source in plant-based milk. That is why a little bit of fat is added so that it emulsifies.
Right.
Now the question comes, when we compare it to dairy milk. Dairy milk is not at all healthy because
It's
it
full
has
of
a lot of
hormones.
fat. It is full of fat. It is full of saturated fat, unsaturated fat, and
Yes.
that is why it doesn't need anything else added to it, because it can be emulsified in its raw version as well. So the fat is there in both. And in dairy, it's not just unsaturated fat, but a lot of saturated fat or a monosaturated fat as well. So it's
Right.
extremely unhealthy. And you can also see the YouTube playlist that we have on
Yes.
dairy to know more about this. And the second thing is that it has a lot of hormones. Dairy being
Exactly.
coming from a cow, you get all the hormones that are produced in the cow while
Exactly.
lactating. So it has a lot of hormones which are not good for us, not at all good for us.
Right.
So it's, when you compare even the plant based milk, which is store bought, to dairy milk, it's definitely much better. But
Right.
yes, there can be an even better option, where we can avoid the preservatives as well when we make it at home. So if possible, you can also make this at home. Not
Right.
everyone might be able to do it every time, obviously,
Absolutely.
but it's still better than consuming dairy. So it's much
Absolutely.
much better version than dairy, but you can still go a step further by consuming uh, plant-based milks which are made at home. And there are many people in many cities selling homemade plant-based milk, so
Yes.
you can also opt for that.
Absolutely.
Milks which are not tetra packed, milks which are homemade and then sold
Yes. Yes.
within cities itself, so you can
Yes. Yes.
also opt
Of
for
course,
that.
yeah,
So
they will have a less shelf life. But yeah,
exactly,
if
exactly,
someone wants to opt for a freshly homemade or freshly made,
right,
yeah, there is the possibility.
exactly. Exactly. So I would highly recommend everyone who is watching this live session to please go through our YouTube channel, because all the resources are there when it
Yes.
comes to dairy, with especially the playlist with Dr. Rupa Shaha.
Yes.
She's a
Yes.
medical professional, so all the information that is coming from a doctor who is
Right.
practicing medicine. So
Right.
please do watch that. And there are many other resources available on the Drink Positive website,
Yes.
a lot of resources which will help you understand the impact of dairy, understand a lot more about plant based alternatives as well. There is a fun quiz as well which you can do, and there is even a cartoon or a caricature book which you can download. It's
Yes.
really
Yes.
cute. It's really really cute. So and it's very kid friendly as well, so please
And
do
she's read that
download
book.
that book. Oh,
What's that book?
amazing.
When women
Viv and
carry
Carrie.
meat, bolo.
Bolu. Yes. It's a. Did you like the book? Did you
Exactly.
like the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's exactly,
It's
it's a storybook with caricatures in it, and it talks about dairy, but in a very simple way, which can be understood even by kids. So please go through the resources which are there on our YouTube channel, on our website, and even on Instagram. We also put reels and stories on Instagram. So please do go and watch all these resources and also recipes. Once you know why dairy is not healthy, and once you know the plant based alternatives, you can also try the recipes then. So
Yes.
all the resources are there for you available, so please go and watch. And the questions are now over, Shilpa, but is there anything else that you would like to say before we end the session?
No, I think just that since we turned ethically vegan
Yeah.
initially, and to be very honest, slowly we came to know that it was a good decision. As a parent, it was a very good decision because, like I said in the beginning, as a parent, you always want to do what is right for your family and for your children. So health wise also, like just now we discussed that how dairy products have hormones, and recently because of the hormonal imbalances, there are a lot of diseases that are rising because of that,
Exactly,
because of the
exactly.
animal products and because of the dairy, of course. So as a parent, not just behavioral wise, that is, you go ethically, you opt for going off animal products, but health wise also, it is very important to start as soon as possible.
Right.
uh, do not delay, please, because whatever, honestly, whatever has happened in the past,
Hmm.
consuming all the animal products, it will take time for you to
Hmm.
honestly detox,
Yeah.
but you will definitely see the benefits I know a lot of
Absolutely.
I know about a lot of vegan and plant-based teenagers who don't have acne problem.
Hmm.
So, and then dental health. So all these are very important if you start the
Exactly,
transition
and
now.
especially chronic diseases. Honestly, I have seen
Absolutely.
that there is a rise of chronic diseases in the past few years, especially since the time the consumption of dairy products has risen. We
Yes.
see a lot of people having hormonal issues, type 2 diabetes or obesity or PCOS or
Yes. Yes.
cancers, etc. So all of these, dairy and other meat products, they play a huge role in causing these diseases. Not the
Yes.
only reason, but one of the main reasons for
Yes.
these diseases, because it comes from animal based foods which have a lot of hormones, animal hormones in them. So it's really not healthy. And the resources are all there for you, available on our website and on our YouTube channels. All the links will be in our description box.
Right.
So please do go through it. And it's important to also know the alternatives, plant-based alternatives, or at least know a little bit about nutrition. So please do your research, because you can be unhealthy on a plant-based diet as well if you eat a lot of junk
Yes.
food. A lot of
Yes.
junk food is also vegan. So
Yes.
please make sure that you are eating a lot of plant-based food, whole food plant-based food, like
Yes.
fruits, vegetables, grains, lentils, nuts, seeds. Don't just rely on a lot of processed and packaged food. So
Absolutely.
you can be really, really healthy on a whole food plant-based diet, much healthier than an animal-based diet. So please do
Absolutely.
check that out. Anything that you would like to say, Anshi? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Yes, would you like to do this
You
again?
should tell
Yeah.
your friends and
Okay. So, uh, our school topic is climate change, and also I thought like uh, veganism can be also a part of climate change
It's a big
because
part, yes. It's a big
because one day,
solution.
yeah, because one day at our assembly, someone said a line that don't eat a lot of meat.
mm.
Hmm,
So
exactly.
So you can now tell everyone through this platform, especially your school friends and your friends, that how they can help climate change by
by
going off
yeah,
dairy products and animal
Yeah,
products.
yeah,
absolutely.
even if they drink milk, like not to don't drink a lot or don't drink.
Don't drink at all.
Absolutely. It's a win-win for everyone when we go plant-based. It's better for our health, it's better for the environment, and it's the best for the animals.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
amazing. It's a win-win for everyone. Great. I had a great time talking to you both. I hope that you guys had fun too.
Yes,
Anshi,
absolutely.
did you have fun?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, before I sign off, I would like to tell a little bit about the next live session we are going to have. I have mentioned Dr. Rupa Shah a couple of times during this session, and our next live session is with her. So it's on Thursday, 6th June at 9 p.m., where we have our Drink Positive member Madhvi with Dr. Rupa Shah, who is a medical doctor, like I mentioned before, and she's based in Mumbai. She has recorded a lot of videos for us on Drink Positive channel, so you can watch that. And she has a huge experience. She has numerous years of experience in helping patients reverse their chronic diseases just through diet, through a
Wow.
plant-based diet.
Right.
So make sure to join us, and make sure to turn off the notification bell of our channel so that you don't miss out on updates. And don't forget to drink
Drink.
positive. Bye, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this
Bye.
session. Bye,
Thank
Anshi.
you.
Bye, Shilpa.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.